Hey folks, this is Jake Davis with an on the fly review for you. And right now I'm talking about the Toxic Avenger, the new one, 2025. Okay. Even though this thing sat on a shelf for like 2 or 3 years. I haven't even posted my long walk review yet, so these are gonna come out back to back. Uh The Toxic Avenger. This movie is directed by Macon Blair. Stars Peter Dinklage, Elijah Wood, Kevin Bacon, and the lovely Taylor Page. Oh, and Jacob Tremblay's in here, the kid from Room. Uh, okay, so the whole story of this, of course, is a janitor wearing a tutu falls into toxic waste and becomes a vigilante superhero with his power mop, uh, brutally murdering all the bad guys in town. Uh, okay, so I saw the three original movies. I didn't know there was a fourth Toxic Avenger movie until recently. I remember watching the cartoons. I had the comics. I had the toys. Toxic Avenger was always trash. And when I say that, I'm not saying I was a fan of the stuff. God, I had a fucked up childhood. But I guess in not a fucked up way, though. But yeah, man. Well, I grew up in the 80s. Shit, man. RoboCop and Rambo, Tales, Nightmare on Elm Street. All this shit was marketed to kids. Uh, anyhow, the so I mean, like this stuff, it was always really when I finally saw Toxic Avenger. I don't know. I was young. Uh, but I want to say 8, 9 ish. Maybe I was 10. I'm pretty sure I was younger than 10 when I saw Toxic, and I thought it was very, very violent. I didn't enjoy the movie as a kid. I liked the cartoon and I liked the comic. Like I said, I liked the characters, the look, the design. Um, Now, this is intentional trash. It's rubbish. If this movie had a budget and good writing and class, then it wouldn't be Toxic Avenger. I do think that with the inclusion of Peter Dinklage, Kevin Bacon, Elijah Wood, these guys, uh, they don't slum it. I give them credit, especially Kevin Bacon. Kevin Bacon's a man. We love Kevin Bacon. Uh, but they're too good. They're genuinely I mean, I don't mean they're too good for this movie. I mean, like they're too talented. I Is it odd? I kind of think the movie would have worked better with bad acting. If that makes any sense. It's trauma, you know. And the script is awful. The editing is insane. Uh, the violence is cartoonish and over the top, but not offensive, which I kind of think the old movie was offensively violent. This is just gross out shit. I don't like Peter Dinklage in this. I don't think he's gonna. I recently, me and my wife finally sat down and watched the new season of Dexter Resurrection. He was very good on that. He was a very good performance. He's a good actor, but I didn't like him in this. And it is Kevin Bacon is hamming it up, but just something about Dinklage's performance is just so one note, and he's written that way. But I think he could have done more with it than just. He's so awkward. He makes me feel like I should feel awkward by looking at him. I think they really, missed an opportunity. Like I said, if this movie had any saving grace, it wouldn't be trauma. but I mean, yeah, Kevin Bacon and Elijah Wood as psychopathic brothers, the cult-like, what's what I'm looking for? Almost cult-like, godlike, super up his own ass, insane, megalomaniacal older brother who's Bacon, and his extremely devoted but deformed little brother Elijah Wood. I think they could have really done a lot with this. They don't really do anything. Elijah Wood, it just plays creepy and doesn't really get to do anything cool. Kevin Bacon is fun, but he's not in the movie enough. I think, like, and I talked a lot about, and after watching one battle after the other last week, which is the worst movie of the year. I mean, look, so something like Snow White and War of the Worlds were never going to be good, but that movie stars DiCaprio. It was written and directed by Paul Thomas Anderson. They had $130 million fucking dollars. Holy shit, that's a ridiculous budget for a movie that essentially is just one car crash and two pratfalls. As far as action goes, it was not. Oh, that movie was just a piece of shit. Now I'm trying to get back on Toxic. Villains. The villain, one battle after the other, has no redeeming quality. He is just evil for evil's sakes. He doesn't believe in nothing. He doesn't care about anything. He is just evil. Very similar to like Michael Shannon's character in The Shape of Water. I hate villains like this. Villains are always more interesting when they have even the vaguest sense of humanity, compassion, something that they care about. Raphael in The Mask of Zorro is a great one I always like to use because he is a monster. But kids are off fucking limits to this guy, and it gives him just a little bit of fucking humanity. The relationship between the Troy brothers, Castor and Pollux, and Face Off, the best part of the fucking movie. And then there's on Daredevil season 1, the friendship, the genuine earnest friendship between Fisk and Wesley. Characters are more dynamic, especially villains, when we know what they care about, when we know what kind of drives them. Thanos is trying. He honestly believes that he's exhausted every possibility, and his way is the only way that we can save life itself. No one else has the strength to do what he has to do. He's the hero in his fucking mind. General Zod is just trying to save his people. They died out. He's their last chance. Villains are always better like this. And even if it's the evil for the sake of evil, and you don't want to give him any redeeming qualities, you can always kind of flesh them out and layer them out in a different way to show that they're not. They can be smart. They can be manipulative. For fuck's sake, just because it's popping in my head, the goddamn grasshopper and A Bug's Life. He knows what he does is the only way the grasshoppers can maintain their way of life. They don't need the ants. They need the ants to be afraid. That's the whole point of that. I think they really wasted a great opportunity. They had two excellent actors. They had a tried and true dynamic with the two brothers. That's the other brothers I was thinking about. And Punisher Warzone. Jigsaw and Looney Bin Jim. Great connection. A great brotherly thing with them. Like I said, villains, more interesting when they're not just a cartoon. If you're going to do a cartoon, then they all just come off as Cobra Commander. Another good one, Anton Chigurh from Sugar and No Country for Old Men. I don't like that movie, and I think his character is obnoxious and silly and over the top and extremely gimmicky. But there's still this code to him. He doesn't just act because he's a mad dog killer. He is following a very specific code that has saved his ass all these years. And he sticks to it. No matter what, he sticks to his code. And that made him a more tolerable villain to me. I think that his best scene in that movie is his scene with Woody Harrelson. It's my favorite scene of that whole film. And like I said, I don't like that movie. And it's not just because it's bleak. It's because nothing happens, really. A guy steals money, goes on the run, there's a couple of shootouts, and then everyone dies. I mean, other than Coen brother dialogue, there's no real reason to watch that film. Oh, fuck, I mean, there's really nothing to talk about. It's Toxic Avenger, it's a piece of shit. But like I said, if it wasn't a piece of shit, it would be even worse. You know what I mean? I'm giving it a star. It's a film, it exists. If you want to see it, see it. But if you're not interested, just remember there's a good reason it spent 3 years on the fucking shelf. The one thing I genuinely want to praise the movie for is its practical effects. Even though the movie's super cheap, cheesy, the editing is what the fuck. There's a scene where a guy just explodes randomly. I have no idea what happened. He just blows up. But I like the effects. The Toxic Avenger effects are, they're iffy. The makeup design, but the actual look at the process itself look real good. It looks like he's got kind of like some life coming through it. I mean, as far as the actor goes, Dinklage can emote through all the makeup and prosthetics. He can still act under the suit, which is good. I don't mean like something coming through. Like, I think that would have been cooler if like the suit would have been like his makeup and shit would have been like dripping and shit like that the whole time. Always looked a bit sweaty. Would have been nice. I would have liked that. But yeah, wow, the fuck, I talked about this movie for over 11 minutes. It's not worth it. Anyhow, yeah, a star. I'm Jake Davis, and I'll catch you on the flight. And yes, don't go see it. Do not see that DiCaprio piece of shit.